Boom. All right. Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday morning. Welcome to Success Zone. And we are going to get into a training today. But as we always do on Fridays, not a motivational video, this particular one, but just to really set the stage. So let me do that. You know, in our business, called network marketing, it's all about building a base, and very few people will stay the course in order to build a base that will sustain itself. And a lot of people make the mistake of having a mentality that they're going to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, and maybe 1, 2 of those people are going to go out there and build you a unbelievable business that will sustain itself and throw off millions of dollars. And I will tell you, okay, could that happen? Sure. You could go out there like the sponsor of Lisa, who went out there and found one, and she made a pretty good income, right? A pretty good income for 10 years within that company. Okay, but I don't think people want to hold their financial situation to chance. So there's certain things you have to do, and every year you're in network marketing. Every year you should bring in a new class. Okay, you know how the graduating class leaves, and then you have the new class, the class of 2018, the class of 2019. One of the things you always have to have the mentality of doing is always bringing on new people. So I've asked Eric Worre to join us this morning, and he was kind enough to accept. So this will set the stage for the training.
Welcome to Network Marketing Pro. My name is Eric Worre, and how would you like to recruit 20 people in 30 days? Is that even possible? What does that even mean? I've been around the network marketing profession for a long time, and if I look back and deconstruct the success that I've had personally as a distributor, I'm now retired as a distributor, but over the 30 years or so I've been involved in this profession, there were several times during my career when I went on a recruiting binge, when I brought in 20 people in 30 days. And if I went back and reconstructed the financial returns of all of my efforts over all the years, guess where they all came from, or most of them came from, the majority by far, came from 5 or 6 times during a 20, 30-year career when I recruited 20 people in 30 days. And I started to measure and track other very successful people in network marketing. My friends, the $1 million earners. These people who really crack the code for network marketing success. And to a person, if they went back and tracked where the majority of their success came from, it came from a burst of energy where they took all of their efforts and time and energy and passion, and they condensed it down into a very short period of time. They got a lot done in a short period of time. Some people say slow and steady wins the race. In my opinion, in network marketing, slow and steady will starve you to death. You need to be the rabbit for a period of time, and then the turtle, consistent training, support, all that stuff. So what I would like to tell you, before I tell you how you can recruit 20 people in 30 days, I want to tell you why to do it. If you're going to start this year strong, my biggest advice for you for this year, for this next 12 months, is to bring in the class of 2017. You have your existing team, that's all fine. But bring in a new, fresh team. You want to motivate your existing team? Bring in a fresh group in 2017. And that fresh group is going to do more to inspire. Your actions with bringing those people in and getting them off to a fast start is going to do more to inspire your existing team than any amount of talk that you can do. Bring in the class of 2017 and do it in a bunch. I would much rather, I will tell you there's a huge difference in results. If you bring in 20 people in 20 months, let's say 20 people in 30 months. If you bring in that same 20 people in 30 weeks instead of 30 months, you're going to get a different result. You're going to get more energy, more passion, more rank advancement, more volume, more duplication if you bring them in 30 weeks. But if you take those same 20 people and you bring them in 30 days, you multiply their chances of success by a factor of 10. There's so much energy and urgency and camaraderie and competition and learning together that you create when you do it in a burst of energy. So I hope that I've planted a seed in your mind that maybe it's a good idea for you to go and do this. You might not have recruited 20 people ever in your career. And you can, I promise you, if you'll engage in the activities. It's just math. It's just math. If you break it down to recruit 20 people, you have to just look at how many people you have to do a presentation to in order to be able to do it. I'm just saying condense that down. So if you want to recruit 20 people in 30 days, for the people in the Network Marketing Pro community, I want to see you do it. And we put together a program, a home study course to walk you through how to recruit 20 people in 30 days. It's 5 video modules, condensed step by step by step by step by step, and a workbook. We offer this to the world for $297, and there are countless people that have used it to create network marketing success. The testimonials, the results out of this program blow away the results of any program we've ever.
Okay, Eric, we weren't trying to sell your book, but sometimes he gets out of control, and I have to reel him in. But obviously, I want you guys to understand, the point and the purpose of today's call. A lot of you know that this is a no recruiting zone, right? This is a no recruiting zone, and none of us publicize any one company. Okay, well, obviously, Jeff is leading a particular company. A lot of you represent maybe a nutritional supplement company, maybe it's a wearable company, whatever it is, crypto, right? All the companies that are out there. And I will tell you that in this business, okay, no matter what company you're with, right, you got to get traction. You got to get traction. And the particular company that I am leading right now, we're in what we call a pre-launch. Right? And people right now are building their teams. Well, whether you're in a pre-launch or whether you're in an established company should not change your mentality. Because a lot of people say, well, I should have got involved in the beginning. Do you understand the beginning is when you made your decision? When you made your decision, it's the beginning. Who cares if the company's been there 10, 15, 20 years? You only get paid from here down, right? You're just making the assumption if you got in early, all those people that were there 15 years ago, we're going to be underneath you. No, you got to create the excitement. You got to create the energy. And everybody should have the mentality that you're launching your company. What I love about this is you could start whenever you want to. If you haven't had the results you've wanted to get in network marketing, relaunch. Start over. And when people say, well, haven't you been doing that for 3 months? Well, I finally made my decision to actually now do it. I'm launching my company. So when you have that mentality, it's all about us. It has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with other people. It's when you make that decision. Okay, and I know you're sick and tired of hearing it, but it took me 2 years to make that decision. Does that mean that 2 years prior was not valuable? It was very valuable. Okay, I would never get to where we got to without that journey. That was my journey. Your journey is whatever it is. But if you're not getting the results, at some point, you got to really look within yourself and say, what am I not doing? Why is it I'm always stuck? I'm at the same place. Every week that goes by, nothing changes. Because once again, here's another test. It's Friday. It's Friday. Let's say you're going to get paid tomorrow. How much money would you have earned based on the last 6 days? Okay, there you go. Okay, now that's not good or bad. It's just what it is. It's what it is. So what has to change? This has to change. Okay, and the concept when you launch your business, do you know how many times, okay, we had an established health club, okay? We had an established health club. When I say established, okay, when I took it over, I think the club was 5 years old. 5 years old. But I was at that particular club as a manager. I'm not talking about when I got into being an executive, okay, for 3 years. For 3 years. That means year 6, 7, and 8, okay, I was at the same club. You know how many times we re-grand opened in 3 years? We re-grand opened, okay, twice a year for 3 years. So 6 more times we re-grand opened the club. Well, how did you re-grand open it, okay, if it was already established for 10 years? We would make and we would do something to re-excite the base and just call it a re-grand opening. Hey, we got a new life cycle. We're going to re-grand open the club. Because you got one life cycle? Yes. We put some balloons up, right? We handed out a VIP list. We put a DJ in the corner and we re-grand opened the club. Nothing really changed except we got a group of people excited because we got a new life cycle. And guess what would happen? Okay, the sales would soar for that week. Why? Because there was a group of people that got behind, right, us re-grand opening the health club. Sound familiar? Maybe it's time you guys gathered whatever group you have and say, we're going to launch. We need new blood. We got to get some oxygen into our company. Maybe if you don't have a group, you're the only one. The good news is you're the only one. And if you want to re-excite your business, you got to bring on a new person. Remember the training on Wednesday? You got to give new birth. Nothing more excited than giving birth. Okay, here's another analogy. How many times you all been to Disneyland? Maybe that's a bad analogy. I've been to Disneyland, I don't know, 5 times a year since I'm born. Okay, now if I go to Disneyland, I know where everything is. I know where, excuse me, I know where Tomorrowland is. I know where Frontierland is. I know where It's a Small World is. Okay, and I could just walk through there and nothing really excites me. Why? Because I've been there so many times. I like the energy because there's a bunch of people there, but nothing really excites me. Now watch this. If I bring my nephew who's going to Disneyland for the first time, do you think I get more excited? Why? I'm seeing Disneyland now through his eyes. Do you guys get it? Okay, when you bring in a new person, it brings in new life to your business. But here's what's so unbelievable, and it's just what it is. It's not you, it's not me, it's not the industry, it's just people. The number one thing most people stop doing is the very thing that will energize their business. What is that? Sponsoring. That's the number one thing that's going to give your business new life. But I got to give myself new life every morning. I got to be excited to go out there and get somebody. So what is the mentality? You got to launch. But you know, just like Eric said in his opening, slow and steady does not win the race. I'm in it for the long haul, Jeff. Don't worry about me. I'm the tortoise. I'm never going to quit, Jeff. I'm here. Don't worry. You can count on me. Okay. All those qualities, great. But slow and steady does not win the race. right? You can't get a plane off the ground at 20%. You can't get a rocket ship to have liftoff at 20%. You got to give 97% of effort during the launch. 3% of the fuel will take you around the world. A rocket ship leaves the ground this much, 97% of energy to get it off the ground. Well, same thing with our business. Well, Jeff, I've been doing this now. I've been in this company for 2 years. Well, maybe it's time you launch. I've been doing this 6 months. I already brought in a group. Okay, let me ask you about that group that you brought in. How many are still there? How many are working? Can you pay your bills on what's left? See, Bally's built a base of members, 4 million. Took them 20 years to get a base of 4 million. You know the next 20 years, it never went above 4 million? The base remained the same. But it was a base that produced, and that company was a $575 million company. Because you have a base of 4 million, how many people of the 4 million on a daily, weekly, monthly basis quit? A lot. But then you have a group of salespeople all around the country adding more people, but the base remains the same. Wouldn't you love to have that, where the base always stays the same? Because people are going to come and go through your business, right? But I want to have a base that I know is going to be there, right, to sustain my future so I can have time freedom and money freedom. That's why you got to always bring in a new group. That's why you can never stop. That's why you got to have systems. So you got to put an all-out amount of effort in a shorter period of time. And for the people that just say, I'm not going to quit, I hate to tell you, that's not enough. It's do it and don't quit. It's do it and don't quit. But to do that, you must have and learn some skills, which is what Success Zone is all about. Must take action continually, right? And everybody, right, on this call should have a core group. How many of you have a core group that is as serious as you, that wants to do this? Now remember, it doesn't matter. All you got is all you got at this point. We have an initial core group. I don't know if that initial core group is going to be the core groups 3 months from now. I don't know if they're going to quit. I don't know if they're not willing to do what they need to do to maintain that core group status. I don't know. All I know is I've identified some people that were hungry. But everybody here, if you're going to build a company, here's your mentality. Think of this as a Fortune 100 company, and you're the CEO, right? If you're a CEO of any company, what do you have? Don't you have a board of directors? Who's on your board of directors? Or let me ask you, let me go one step backwards. How many of you are really believe you're the CEO of your company? Have you taken on that role that you are the CEO? The buck stops here. Without that mentality, you're not going to do the necessary things to build your company. Now I got to identify who's on my board. Well, Jeff, I don't have anybody yet. That's exactly my point. We got to go get some. We got to bring on a group of people in a short period of time and see what we have. And then if that's not the group, we got to get another group. But what do most people do? They get one, and they beat the hell out of this person so they could go out there and build a business. And the person screams to you, I'm not the one. Leave me alone. No. I don't want to get another one, so I'm just going to beat you up. Come on. Tell me this is not the truth for some of us. I did it. That poor person, I would beat them up every day. Would you bring some guests, damn it? Every time he'd walk in, I'd go, where's your guest? Every time we'd have an event, how come you don't have people here? What's going on in your business? Same guy. Until finally he got smart. You know what he said to me? Where's your guest? I said, you talk back to me. Where's your guest, Jeff? And he was right. Right? We want everybody else to do it. We got to be the ones that do it. And when this happens, you know what to expect. When you do it, you know what a leader looks like. If you never do it, you will always be confused because you're going to think everybody that enters into your business is going to build. This is why so many people spend all their time with the wrong people. It's called wishful thinking. You think everybody that enters your business is going to be a self-starter. I'm telling you, that's not the fact. But it's easy to identify one if you know what you had to do. You'll look for the attributes within others. So the mentality here is, if you want to bring in a group of people in a short period of time to get traction, because there'll be lots of smiles on this call if you got some traction, you got to prepare for your campaign. You got to prepare for your grand opening. You know all the analogies, right? I have a restaurant. I put together everything, all my money. I got to prepare now for the grand opening. Correct? You just don't say, hey, I'm grand opening. You don't tell anybody about it. You'll be there by yourself with all the balloons. Right? You got to prepare for it. What day is it? Right? What do I expect to happen? Am I going to have entertainment? You got to prepare. So here's the question. What is your level of commitment? All of you. If you're full-time, you know what your level of commitment is? 24/7. People used to ask me that all the time. Well, Jeff, this business that you're so excited about, how often do you do it? I go 24/7. Because it's the truth. Because wherever I go, I could do business, right? How many business owners do you think put in 24/7? Everybody. It's their life. So now, what if you're not full-time? Okay, just read the sentence. What is your level of commitment then? Until we know that, we can't design a plan for you. So you got to put together your schedule. We'll get to that. Okay, but you have to determine this. If we're going to do this, you got to clear your calendar. Now, what does that mean? Clearing your calendar means clearing your calendar of all the things that waste your time. And I promise you, there will be some sacrifices you're going to have to make if you're going to go all in a 30-day period because you want to bring in a new crop. It's amazing what happens. It's amazing what happens when you finally make the decision and you commit to it. You got to sacrifice. Okay, sacrifice. We put 2 weeks here. You got to have a conversation with your family. Okay, if you have a family, you got to negotiate. Let me tell you what this does. And I've trained on this a lot. This really puts you out there. Because right now, okay, if you really haven't committed, you haven't cleared your calendar, you plug into what you want to plug into, who do you think's watching? Your family's watching what you're doing. They know just by watching you what your commitment is. And maybe that's why they don't respect the business that you're doing. And then they watch you go to work every day and they know your commitment there. Well, he's committed to that. So when I say negotiate with your family, just try this. okay? And you sit them down and say, listen, I am committing myself to my business. And there's going to be certain sacrifices, and I want to tell you all, okay, what I'm going to do. You know what that's going to do? It's going to raise you. It's going to raise you in their eyes. When you start to tell people what your goals are, it's amazing what starts to happen. But you know what that does to you? Here's the problem. It puts a lot of pressure on you because you've actually said it. So little Johnny, I might not be at soccer practice 6 days a week, sitting there, right, in the hot sun for 3 hours. Sorry, daddy has a commitment. Or whatever it may be where you have to sacrifice something. Yes, I hate to tell you. Becoming financially independent and building a business will take some sacrifice. You got to eliminate the distractions. The biggest distractions are the ones we create for ourselves. It's amazing. It's amazing. We go to work every day, nothing distracts us. When we're trying to build our business that we want to make millions with, right? If there's an ant on the floor, right? We want to stop everything, right? Call the exterminator, right? And we'll be distracted. I'm telling you, we have an ant. There's an ant here. We got to take care of this. Okay, you're distracting yourself. Existing group, you have one? Don't let them distract you. You want to show people your taillights? Tell your group, I'm bringing in 20 new people. Don't let them distract you. What does that mean? Okay, let them know that you're focused in. It sends a message. How many people, right, who have a group, your group thinks, right, they're your opportunity? No one person's my opportunity. None. Because I know without a doubt, I could go get some more. You know what that does? It raises the bar for your people. You need a fresh list of prospects. And you got to get good, brush it off, and start sharpening your inviting skills. That's what we have to do. We got to invite everybody here. Okay, if you could put 20 people in your business, fresh new recruits. Okay, what is it? We're coming up on October. Do you know you're setting the foundation for what's going to happen in 2019? See, we all wait till 2019. January 1st. January 1st, I'll do it. No, starting in January, you won't even start traction till March. You want to start traction? You start now. Okay, so you got to have a schedule. So if I go back to this, what is your level of commitment? Clear your calendar. Okay, what is your calendar? Got to write on top of the page. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What is your commitment? What days? What hours? You want to take advantage of every opportunity. Drive time, if you're driving to work, if you're not full-time. Start time, break time, lunch time, evening hours. Yes, if I'm working full-time, I'm off at 5. How many people have maybe 2 jobs? Lisa and I, we go to the Strip every Saturday, and I never drive into the Strip. Okay, it's a nightmare for parking. So we take an Uber. Okay? Do you know how many times, not how many times, it's almost every time I get into that Uber, I ask the question, what else do you do? You know how many times the answer is, well, I just got off my job. I just worked 9 hours. Now I'm going to work from 7 till 2 in the morning. Do you think he's going to become financially independent by driving an Uber extra 6 hours a day? Why do you think he's doing it? Just to make extra income. Now here we are in an opportunity that if we actually figured out how to put 6 hours a day in it, you can't spend the money. It's amazing. But here's the difference. Uber and that driver is instant success. He knows if he takes me from my house to the strip, you know how much that Uber driver makes? He knows. I know what he makes. He makes $8 if I don't tip him. And I always tip. So I know exactly. I'll tip him $5. He makes $13 from taking me from my house to the strip. Do you think he knows? And that $13 goes into his account as soon as he drops me off. So he's thinking, okay, if I could do 10 trips a night, that's $130. It's instant success. See, over here, sometimes it's not instant. But if you brought in 20 people, obviously there's fast start bonuses that you could start to make, but you're really not going to see the fruit of your labor for maybe 30, 60, 90 days as you shake it out to see if you have any leaders. My point is, there'll be people that will clear their calendar for $13. But tell them to take that same time to build a business, build a company that can give you financial freedom. We won't work evening hours. We won't work weekend hours. And I don't know how to change that. You got to understand the long-term potential of your business. You got to understand that every person that comes into your business, this is proven. Any leader will tell you, can mean from $50,000 to $50,000 a month to you. It's just not the guaranteed $13. I know I'm going to make $13. Well, over here you can make $50,000. Well, it's not guaranteed. Then stay with the job. This is not that. This is building a business long term. So I'm staying on this because I want you guys to see it. Because a lot of you will tell me, I don't have time. I promise you, if I sat down and unmuted everybody on this call that said they have no time, and I went through this with you, I promise you, we could find 6 to 7 hours a day. I promise you. I promise you we could find another 20 hours a week. If you would commit to it. If you take all this, just evening hours and weekend hours, we can do it. But it's a matter of how bad you want it. And the only way you make this commitment is to really understand the magnitude of what could happen. So maybe, right, maybe you got to look at the company that you're with or some of the leaders that are leading, right, and find out what the long-term potential could be. You know some of the earnings. So we could talk about millions of dollars, but I know an extra $10,000 a month for everybody on this call is life-changing. $10,000 is the toughest amount of money you will ever make in a month. Do you know it's easier to make $50,000 a month than it is 10? Do you know it's easier to make $100,000 a month versus 50? Why? You got the base. The first 10,000, guess who's pushing the snowball up the hill? You are. You're building the team. That's all on your efforts. But when you start to bring in people and you start to identify 4 or 5 other ones that want to earn 10,000. Now watch. Got 5 people underneath you making 10,000. Now I don't know all your comp plans, but let me tell you the bottom line. You're probably making 50,000. So the first 10,000 is all on you. As soon as you start to give birth of people that want to make 10,000, right? That's when you make 50. And you're going to go, I work less making 50 than I did making the first 10. But here's the problem. You can't make the 50 until you prove you can make the first 10. I'm showing you how to do it right there. Look at the screen. You got to have the commitment first. And it's got to be right. You go, I'm doing it. Not for a day. We're just saying 30 days. So now, what am I doing during this time? There it is. It's all you can do. Contact, inviting, presenting. Contact, inviting, presenting. 100% of your efforts. No downline. No distractions. This is my best friend during this time. I love you. I love you. I'm going to polish you. I'm going to make sure you look good, right? I'm going to make sure everything works, all the features. I'm going to make sure speaker works. I'm going to make sure I know how to do a three-way call. You know how many times that's the most comical one, okay? And people, I'm working hard, Jeff. Okay, I've set up a three-way call. And then they'll go, I hope I know how to do it. Do I have three-way calling? All right, Jeff. All right, press merge. Oh, I did it. Well, how many three-way calls do you think that person has done? They're telling me they haven't worked. It's crazy. Know how to do a three-way call. Okay, have your tools ready. I have to have, what do I have? Do you have a video? Do you have weekly meetings? What do you have to invite to? What do you have to give people information quickly? Got to be prepared. Have you ever sat down? It's a real question for all of you and done a one-on-one with somebody? Hey, let's meet for coffee, Larry. And sat down and with a flip chart or on a napkin or whatever tools you have and just walk them through the presentation? Might want to try that. Zoom meetings. We all know that one, the power of Zoom now. Live events. What live events are you committed to? I met with somebody yesterday. One of our core group members said, hey, Jeff, there's a guy that just got involved and he happens to be in Vegas. He would love to meet you. I said, done. So we met at the Yard House. He's in another opportunity too, but he could not deny the fact that what we were doing was so intriguing. So I just sat there. I asked questions. I asked questions. He built 3 other companies, right? And he usually brings in between 30 and 45 people in his first 30 days. He goes, that's how I build. I said, well, what are you doing in Vegas? He goes, you know what? I was doing a home party in Henderson last night for my team. I said, so your company still really promotes the live events? He goes, oh yeah, you can't get away from that. He flew in from Idaho to do a home party. I said, how many people did you have? He said, 30 people last night. He goes, I'm gonna do another one tonight. So that's a live event. A lot of companies still have live events. Okay, here's another live event. Okay, have a social, have a party. You create the live event during this period of time. What's a blitz day? Okay, a blitz day is if you happen to have a group that wants to commit to this with you, okay, you bring everybody over to the house, you make it fun, right? You have 3 or 5 people around the kitchen table and you all start making calls. That's a blitz day. That's just bringing everybody together. 3-way calls, social media, launch webinars. Okay, a lot of you might want to launch, okay? And you're going to have one big event you want to plug as many people to. Pull your upline in, right? Make it exciting. Hey, I'm launching my business. You got to get on this call. You got to get on this call. And you do that every day for 30 days. You're obsessed. And what's the goal? 20 new people? What if you went all in and you had 10 new people? Are you kidding me? So, rally the troops. Really, the only troop I want you to rally is yourself. If you've never launched before. Set your goal. Set your goal. We set 20 people, 30 days. Set your goal. You know why? We're telling you why. This is how you get traction. You got to be able to tell people why you're doing this. Remember, influence is the #1 definition of leadership. Leading, showing people, proving to yourself that you went all in for 30 days. Powerful. It's powerful. The #1 person you got to prove this to is you. That you were willing to do this for 30 days. And can you imagine if you really went all in and you said, I'm going to bring in 20 people, and you did? So organize your blitz. Okay? A lot of you, and I'm just assuming you have a video or some type of a website. What is your number? Lead from the front. How many people do you got to get watching that video? If you have people, what's the number from your leaders? Accountability. Okay, I'm going to take that out of this right now. Okay, I'm just going to say from you. So if you're going to commit to what? You need 500 views of your video, cut it in half. Cut it in half, 250. 250 views, and then watch what starts to happen of how many people fall into the system. Remember, first base, video, second base, maybe a recorded webinar, third base, a 3-way call, fourth base, you got to get people to first base. You can never score in baseball unless you go around the diamond. Right? No matter what. If you hit a home run, that's 1 point, right? That's 1 run. You still got to go, and you still got to touch every base to get home. They just don't go, okay, you got to run, go back to the dugout. No, they make you run the bases. Same thing. You got to get to first base. First base is how many people can you get the information into their hands. I'm going to go back. That's what this is. Now, know your numbers. Now, these are our numbers. I'm not promoting my company, but these are our numbers. Some of you have your numbers. What are your packages? Do you even know what is required to hit a ranking? I know that sounds condescending, but some people don't even know what they need to do to get to a rank. So let's just say your package was $399. That's ours. And to get to the first rank in our company is 5,000 points. Every dollar of a $399 counts towards the 5,000. We don't have sales volume. We don't have commission, but we pay a dollar for dollar, okay? So watch. For a person in our company to get to the first rank, I would need 13 people to say yes at the $399 for me to get, for that person to be promoted out as a manager. And that person has 13 new people. They got promoted. Do you think there's any level of excitement there? Are you kidding me? That person's on cloud 9. First of all, he put in his pocket $2,600 because we pay 50% of that. And he's got 13 new people. Hello. You think with 13 new people entering at the same time, there's going to be excitement and enthusiasm as opposed to one person a month for 13 months? Do you see what Eric was talking about? It's a lot of people in a short period of time. Creates the excitement. And you let the funnel just falls then. Okay, well, our executive, which is a level with us, is 15,000 points. Would that be 38 packs? You got to know your numbers. Do you know your numbers? Get familiar with it. Put it on a board. I will be a manager by October 30th. I will bring in 13 people at the level, whatever it is for you, and I will be whatever it is you're going to be, and whatever company you're with, doesn't matter. And you look at it every morning, and you do, once again, this is what you're doing daily to get there. Bringing in 13 new people. So if you have this mentality, okay, how much time do I got? Okay. And you combine it with this. Hang on. During this time frame, you should always commit to this. And I know you guys have seen this, but that's okay. Some people say, well, today's the day I really saw it. Half the time, Jeff, I don't listen. Today I really saw it. Okay? So basically what I just went over, activity of your accountability. Got to have your schedule plan. Check that off. Check that off. Okay, I got my plan. Okay? You know your product, right? You're going to lead with opportunity. You're going to lead with opportunity. You're going to lead with money. You got to get to your first rank. Okay, whatever it is in your company, you got to get your whatever rank. If you're already first rank, you want to get to the second rank. You have to determine this. You're going to commit to start your day, right, with a reading and listening library. We know what you're going to do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Right? You're going to be here. We're going to get you started. Okay, but I still say, I challenge you, pick a book. I can't tell you how many people said they bought Outwitting the Devil. I got pictures of it. Thank you. Okay, read a chapter a day. It gets this right, so you can continue to be motivated to do, right, the stuff that just is not fun sometimes. That phone, I just hate the phone. You better learn to love it. Figure it out. Understand why you're doing it. Get out there, right, and you want to show the plan. That's your goal every day. Show the plan. Know how to do a three-way call. Know how to edify your upline. You never, ever, ever, ever talk bad about the leadership. You're dead in the water if you do. You won't sponsor if you do. You got to edify your leadership. Know how to edify. If I'm bringing Sonia on, know Sonia's background. Make Sonia sound like she's I don't know what. Okay? She's like, I got Sonia on the phone. Okay? And that's how you got to make her feel. Not her, it's the prospect. Stay in contact. When you proclaim what you're going to do it to your family, but do it to your upline. Say, listen, I'm going all in. I'm going to bring in 20 people in 30 days. Here's my schedule. Watch how fast you got counseling and mentorship. Because you stepped away and you said, I'm going to do it. Whether it happens or not, you're going to go all in. And nothing bad can happen if you go all in. Nothing. It can't. Even if you got nobody, it can't be bad. Why? You've committed. You got to trust me on that. And then you got your promote your tools and your events. And just because it is me, just in case anybody on Success Zone has forgotten, okay, this is what you're offering your people. And this should be right here in your brain. What keeps you going? And you're going to say to yourself, what the hell? How? Everybody wants something on this slide. That's going to make you do the phone calls. If we had something that you thought nobody would want, that's going to be very difficult. But don't you all agree that everybody would like something? You can offer it. You never get what you don't ask for. Larry, I'm asking you okay, to support me. I'm launching my business. I want you to understand what I'm doing. I'm sending you a video. Will you watch it? I don't know if it's for you, Larry, but during this time frame, I want support. Watch the video. You may know somebody. Who knows? Maybe it'll shake Larry. That would be a backdoor approach. A front door approach would be, hey, Sonia, it's Jeff. Listen, Lisa and I are so excited. We're launching our brand new business. I thought of you. Because I know you keep your business options open, Sonia. I'm going to send you a 2-minute video. I want you to watch it, and you tell me what you like best about the video. I'm going to call you back. See, that's a direct approach. I'm putting together my board of directors, Sonia. I thought of you. And since you keep your business options open, I want you to watch this. I'm going to call you back and tell you what next steps and what the big vision is here. I found a way for us to make some extra money. That's direct. You guys have access to the scripts. We've done the scripts. Your company has scripts. When you tell your upline what you're doing, say, show me what inviting scripts you have. Got to be prepared. So the purpose of today's call was I know why businesses stall. And I know why people jump. And it's amazing. They'll leave their company, they'll go to another company, and they'll bring in 20 people in 30 days. I'm thinking to myself, why would you just stay where you were and bring in 20 people in 30 days? Because they think the answer is somewhere else. It's not. It's where you are. You are where you're supposed to be. Make it happen. You are where you're supposed to be. That will save your sanity. So you don't beat yourself up. Oh my God, I've been doing this 3 years. I'm not making the kind of money. I'm comparing myself to everybody else. You are where you're supposed to be. And if you were meant to hear the message today, you'll go to work. If not, your journey is your journey. Maybe you didn't hear this today and you'll go right back, and next time I do this training, you'll hear it. I don't know. All I could do is just keep giving you the information. And what you do with it is up to you. Appreciate you guys. Have a great, great weekend. Talk to you all soon. Bye.